So that means we're not on that curve, we're actually on this curve, right? Pointing at that curve right there. So how do we use this? Well, we grab our R over D value of 0.05. It's going to be right in here somewhere. We read up, okay, to the point where we hit that curve. 1.5. Once I hit that curve, I read across to here. Keep in mind, halfway up right here was 2.5. Okay, so you like the idea of 2.7? Looks reasonable enough to me. Excuse me, you're right, 2.7 was that middle spot. Excuse me, I see what you were saying now. This point that I drew right here was 2.7. And so this point that I'm picking off now is what, you think? Okay, 2.72 or something like that maybe. Okay, so 2.72. will be that K, 2.72 times 5,000 psi. So what does that give us? $13,600. Okay, we wound up a little bit further off on that one, right? Not necessarily a huge problem, but it's, you know, two different ways of coming at it, and you know, it could be a couple of errors in there, right? It could be that maybe SolidWorks, maybe we still needed a more fine mesh in SolidWorks. Maybe we didn't have that mesh fine enough where we really figure out what the actual max is. Maybe we didn't do a real good job of reading exactly what that stress value was off of this chart, right? Like maybe I should have not had 2.72, maybe I should have 2.73 or 2.74, right? It's not necessarily easy to read off of this chart exactly what that should be. So my point with this is this. Using these charts gets you to some level of precision. It's not perfect, right? You're not going to be able to go out to 16 digits and get exactly the same result as someone else, right? But it gives you a really good idea as to how much stress, you know, is actually being experienced in the part once you've accounted for these stress concentration factors.